Hi everyone, it's Aishatu Amore, and welcome to the Making Your Own interview series, where I speak to self-starters who are experimenting with their businesses or just building up their businesses, and who also happen to be on the Freelancer 100 program with me. And today, I've actually got Ece with me, which is really exciting. She's in my mentor group on the Freelancer 100 program. And I've attended some events that she has run with an organization that she works with. And she is a multidimensional woman. She does a lot of stuff really, really well as well. So I'm looking forward to this chat because I've been trying to get her for a little bit, but I was really quiet about it. And then she's suddenly free now. So hi Ece, why didn't you tell us about yourself and your business?
Right. Hi. Hi, Shitu. I'm a bit shy with the with the interviews and talks, and thanks for. I think it's great that I'm doing this with you because then I feel really comfortable with you, and we
Yay.
always talk about in the mentorship group that showing up and being a bit more confident. So it's
Mm.
great to try this with my fellow cohort member and a mentor group, so that I feel like really okay. This is a good test for both of us, especially for me.
Yeah.
Okay, introducing myself. So my name is Ece.
Mhm.
I am an events manager, events and community manager. I am also a productivity geek. I am all about accountability, Pomodoro sessions and co-working sessions. I like organizations, like organizational stuff and organizing
Yeah.
projects and doing everything efficiently.
Mm.
And I like organizing events because I like to talk to people, even though I'm a bit shy. I actually really like talking to people and meeting new people. That's
Yeah.
why I really like what I'm doing. Um, Currently, I'm working with a startup called Othership as a community and events manager.
Mm.
So I am helping them with organizing their online events,
Mm.
um, and managing the community. We have a great online community. I'm just trying to be helpful. I think I can define my role there as being the being the lady that you can ask anything, then and I will show you around. And if I don't know the answer, then I'll just
Yeah.
find a
You're a
person.
mega you're a mega troubleshooter, aren't you? It's like, is there a problem? Ask Edge. Edge
Yeah,
will know. And if she doesn't know, she'll find someone who knows and get it done. I think that's
yeah.
awesome, man. But
That's
yeah. Uh-huh.
actually funny. Funny you're saying that was kind of on my like strap line. So I nominated myself as the school president in the primary school, and my father prepared me like small badges for
Oh,
my
so
friends to put
cool.
like so we support EJ kind of and my strap line was that is there a problem? Then there is a solution.
I think that is outstanding, and I think it's so cool that that is so consistent because you still like that. I think we need some edge badges going around.
Yeah, maybe yeah, I can start a merch and then like EJ club and then yeah, we support EJ and problem solving.
Ah, right. So with the work that you're doing right now, I'm wondering, was it something that you fell into, or were you thinking, I really like organizing events, and then you ended up going to find somewhere to host events, or were you just doing stuff and it just happened to be that?
I actually have a really legally professional background. So I am graduated as an industrial engineer, and then I worked as an engineer, like a business development analyst at a port management company in a big, like a corporate company for almost a year. And then
Mm.
I said, okay, I feel like corporate is not my thing. I feel really small here, and I don't feel like this is something that I don't want to do.
Ah.
So I quit my job. I became like a service personnel or like a waitress
Mhm.
cashier in a small boutique cafe, and I loved it. I worked there for a year, and I think it was my best job because we had a great team and like it was a very friendly environment. And I love cooking and serving to people.
Oh
Even though I
wow.
wasn't cooking myself, I was helping them prepare them
Yeah.
cold meals and everything.
Yeah.
Um, So then I also quit that, and I thought, okay, I'll start my own business. I'll do my catering job, and I'll prepare homemade meals, etc.
Yeah.
It didn't go that well, but then through a friend, I found a job in like a B2B events management agency. It was a really
Okay.
small company, and I was like the second person there, um,
Okay.
doing project management. And we were organizing trade delegations in abroad for Turkish exporters. So
Wow.
I was able to organize, big corporate, a bit serious and a bit boring events in all over the world, with like
Okay.
5-star hotels, and it was a really cool job. Then I
Hmm.
decided to move to the UK from Turkey,
Okay.
by establishing my own corporate events company. Um,
Right.
so I started doing corporate event. Actually, I started, the first gig I found here was a birthday party for a boy, like an 8-year-old boy.
No
I
way.
organized like a dinosaur themed birthday party for only £50. That was my first job
No way.
in the UK, because I started, like, I'm an immigrant. I started from the beginning, and when I came here, I
Right.
just did all the jobs that I could to do
That is
to
amazing.
earn a
Oh
bit
my
money.
God.
It was so funny. Like, one day I was organizing like a 5-star hotel corporate events in Toronto or Montreal or something. And then
And
the
now you're
second,
doing a kid's birthday party for 50
yeah,
bucks. But did you have that moment? Did you actually think that, like, oh my goodness? Or were you actually like, oh, this is the beginning of something new? This
yeah,
is a different
no.
dimension.
I felt that when the because I was also supposed to play with the kids. I felt that
Wow.
when, and like, I don't have kids, I don't have smaller brothers or sisters. Like, I don't have any experience with kids. So when the boys started to shouting and jumping around and screaming, and when the girls started to come and said, "Oh, how can we help you? You look like so pretty. Can we help you?" kind of a thing. And I felt, okay, this is not I'm supposed to do. Like, there's something wrong here. I'll just going to pump the balloons and like decorate the place,
Oh my
and then
goodness.
I will go, please. I didn't even have a cake. No, it was so
Oh no
painful.
way. You only got paid 50 bucks and you didn't even get a slice of cake. Come on. I think
That was
this
the
is
funniest thing.
oh, that is an amazing story. I think that's hysterical.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I found my way. Then, like, I did my networking events, and I found my
Oh,
clients, and I did a bit
great.
of more of the like trade shows and corporate events.
Oh,
But of course, with the pandemic, the events industry was the one of the first hits. So I
mm,
had a really dry summer last year. It was a bit depressive.
mm.
But that's when I joined the Othership as a member. Um,
Okay.
and I was joining their networking events, and I was making friends because they're doing a great job with creating a community. It's a really open
Yeah.
space, and it's really personal. It's not about going there and pitching your business like in a one second
Yeah.
pitch or
I've
a
loved
one
the
minute pitch.
events. I've loved the events when I've been to them. It's been so encouraging because it's open and it's a little bit guided, but they sort of let the conversation happen how it needs to. And the people who are there want to be there and they really want to help and they want to be helped as well. Because
Yeah,
sometimes, you can end up with people who feel like they know a lot about business and they just want to tell other people all the things they know about business. But there are also people who are genuinely coming there with their hands open, like, oh, actually, could you help me in my business? And I think they really do a cool job because from when I attended the first session, I got a message on LinkedIn, sort of like, oh, how was that session for you? What did you like? What would you like to see? And I think, like things like that, even though you can get those things automated now, to think of doing that and inviting that information and trying to really make the space as valuable for people as possible. And they let you trial like the Slack groups and everything like that. It's really a great
yeah.
space that the Othership has created.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
what I like to, and yeah, that's what I kind of, being a bit like, I don't know if addicted is the right word, but I was kind of looking forward to to this networking event, not to promote my business, but to catch up with my friends, because it was a time to see my friends, see their faces. And yeah, after being a really active and lovely member, they couldn't resist my loveliness, and they had to they had to put me in the team. And yeah, so I'm working with them since, I think it's a bit more than 6 months now. So we organize like we started with organizing a 3-day online conference for freelancers and founders at the end of September, and then yeah, we continue with doing all of the online events and community management. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that I would have even, I can't think of I can't think of a professional life right now without the community, without that community, because we call it like finding, like choosing your colleagues. So you're just seeing the people or talking to people that you really want to, but they're like your colleagues, but you don't have to go to the boring meetings with them.
And that is, you know what, that is such a valid point. That is such a valid point, because it can be difficult when you work in certain corporate spaces. I know there are awesome companies out there to work for, but when you end up in a space and you've got a colleague who's good at their job, but like maybe you guys just don't sync personality wise, and it just makes things so much harder, because you can't just go, I don't want to see you today. You know, like you can't really do that. You sort of are forced to work together, which is a skill in itself. But I think the freedom that's come with this sort of like 2020, 2021 way of working is that you can genuinely sort of like tailor your life. You can decide how you want to exist. You can decide what it is that you want to be involved in. And I think that is so valuable, especially, I guess, for the freelancer type person. That's kind of why you choose this life, because you want to be in the driver's seat, and not necessarily just because you want to make loads of money, because you know how hard it is to make money as a freelancer anyway.
Exactly. And it's the freelancer, or like doing your own business, being self-employed is great in that sense. You have all the freedom and all the flexibility, but then you feel alone. Because you're not accountable to anyone. You don't have a boss. If you have a client, then maybe if it's even easier, because then you do the job easily. But when it comes to showing up for your own business, being motivated, then you need the communities. And that's what I like, and that's what I discovered during last summer in the pandemic too, like feeling very lonely, don't know what to do. I don't have no motivation to work on my business. But then I started joining the Othership, and there is the Leapers community also that I love so much. The Leapers community too. It's community for mental health of freelancers and self-employed people. And it is also a very open and honest community. You can go to there and say that I feel really awful right now. Like I need to talk to someone, or I just need to vent. And there is like tons of people coming in. Oh, okay. Like, are you okay? Would you like a call? Like,
wow, that's wonderful.
It's a great community to be in. And that's actually, maybe you were going to ask it in the end, I don't know, but that's actually also why I joined the Freelancer 100 program too, because I just moved to Manchester. It's been only a couple of months, and I thought, okay, I don't know anyone here, and there is a great program that gives me a network in Manchester, and then also gives me accountability to work on my business. So it's just like a great combo to have, so that I'll get to know more people, and then I will also do my homeworks and grow my business.
I do think that's a really great staple of the program. The fact that they built in this mentoring groups format into it, so that people can make deeper connections. They're using the My2B platform, so you can be very deliberate about the way you are speaking to people and connecting with people, and the way they've created the actual sessions we have to attend to do the learning, is that there's the goal of the session's delivered, there's something for you to reflect on, and then you go to your mentor group, pick out whatever you're going to pick out, and that adds to like the arsenal of your business plan and your business strategy. So every single week you're building up to something that is practical and tangible and actually useful, as opposed to information that you learn to sort of like ruminate on, you know?
Yeah. No, I agree with that completely. It's not like, I mean, there is billions of like webinars going on or online workshops going on, but the difference is that you have the continuity,
Yeah.
and you have your friends, you have your classmates.
Yeah.
So you can, and the mentorship group, of course, is the great one, because it's just we'll get like a more deeper connections with each other.
Yeah.
And we have a mentor that helps us. Viv is great on that sense. She's so supportive, and then I can feel very comfortable, and then I can, cross off my shyness of talking. And then
I think it's amazing, because we've only known each other 6 weeks, and in comparison to the first week, like how you spoke about yourself and like, oh, I don't really want to say too much because I feel as though I can't express myself the way I need to and whatnot. And you're just free flowing, and you speak, and I love how open you are. I love how open and how sort of like frankly you just speak in the sessions as well. And it's got me thinking about where you are now. So with the events, sort of the events business that you started when you came over here, is that what you're building on the program, or are you looking to go into different spaces? Because I know you do other things, but I don't know what it is that you are.
Yeah. Well, so I kind of wanted to set up like maybe we can say it as a side hustle or a side business or a hobby business. I don't know what to call it. So apart with doing events, what I like is, all right, wait, I'll need to wrap it up in my head to express it. So when I was struggling with the motivation and procrastination and showing up for my own business, I was learning a lot about accountability and why I feel like it and why I need others to show up, because that is my characteristic, and there is nothing to do trying to change about it. So I was all about solving problems again. And okay, I have this problem. I need others to feel motivated and not to procrastinate. So what can I do? Then I need like an accountability group to kind of like share them my goals and what I need to do. And then they need to keep me accountable. And then I thought, okay, probably I'm not the only person feeling like this, because then I'm talking to people and they're saying, oh yeah, I'm like that too. Like I'm great when someone asks me, someone asks something from me. I'm great with doing that, delivering that. But when it comes to my own business, I'm rubbish with creating, let's say, social media content or working on my own side hustle, etc. Or like sparing some time for myself, doing some yoga, working on my hobbies. So when it comes to myself, I'm rubbish. But okay, maybe I can help with this. And then I started to learn about it. And then I thought maybe I can try to be an accountability buddy to people. I didn't want to say a mentor or a coach, because I'm not one. I'm like a peer, accountability peer.
Yeah, peer coaching is an actual thing.
Yeah, maybe I should call it peer coaching. So I started trying it out with my friends, helping them week by week, having like small conversations, asking them, okay, what do you need to do? What is the block that in front of you that keeping you not to do it? How can you solve this? Like just talking and helping them to find their own answers. And then since they're also like me, when they know that next week I'm going to ask about that task, they were more likely to do that tasks. So the reason that I wanted to join the freelancer too is to work on that business. So maybe I'm thinking about maybe I can grow it as small. I don't know if it's okay to say it a community, but like grow it as a small platform that people talk about these things, share their goals and celebrate their wins. I think that's also very important in the productivity too. And I can be the person that is a bit like helping them, sharing some resources, talking about what I learned from the things that I was studying.
So you're thinking you would have like cohorts of people. So would you have like a group of 5 people that were in like this accountability bubble for X amount of time, or just until they felt they no longer needed it? And then I guess you rotate that way. Or would you want to help other people to also be peer coaches? So you had like a network of peer coaches that sort of like worked with people through your guidance kind of stuff?
Well, I think for me to help them to do peer coaches, I think I have a long way on that because I'm also just discovering how to be a peer coach or accountability buddy myself. So I think that would be like a next step of the thing that I want to launch. But I was more thinking of a really basic, even like starting like an email newsletter. And then I can share resources, and then maybe organizing events, because that's what I like to do, to meet so that I can meet that people that are following the newsletter, and then we can talk about our goals until the next meeting, and then also we can share the progress and keep each other accountable. So I'm thinking something like that, but it is in the brewing mode. I'm not hurrying.
Well, we got 6 more weeks of the program anyway. You got loads more questions to answer.
Exactly. I'm observing all the information that they're giving us, and then I'm like, maybe at the end I'm like, all right, I'm ready. Here is it.
I know something magical is going to happen. Well, it's already happening because it's building up. It sort of like builds up within you, and I guess you eventually get to the point where the pieces fit together, like all the pieces fit together, and you're like, right, I know where I'm starting from now.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so I'm curious, actually, what has your experience of England been? Has it surprised you, or was it what you were it's what you're expecting, or are you just like, oh god, you guys are lucky there's a pandemic, I'm going back to Turkey?
No, I mean, I miss Turkey so much, of course, because of I'm not gonna lie, I'm like a Mediterranean girl, missing the sun and the sea.
What, you don't like our sun? You don't like our sea? Over here we don't have enough.
I mean, I like the sun when it shows up. It doesn't do it that much. I mean, I'm not going to complain about the weather, of course, but it would be nice to have some sun. Like if there is like a manager of dealing with this, like I can put my complaints if I like.
Gosh.
No, I like it. The first time that we were thinking about moving here, so I need to go back a bit. So when we were living in Turkey, when we were living in Istanbul, I actually didn't like living in Istanbul that much because of it was a big chaotic city, and I was a bit tired from it. And when we were talking about moving to London, I was like, oh, but it's also another big city. So then we came to visit and to see that if we like it. Then I was very surprised because it's not like it doesn't have the big chaotic city vibe, because it has a lot of small neighborhoods that you can be, and then they're kind of really small villages themselves. And then if you need to go to the city center, you can go and have that city vibe. And when we moved from London to Manchester, it's also very similar, because in the center you have all these like the big buildings and a bit crowded, a bit city center. But then when you go out, it's again very calm and quiet, and it has a great neighborhoody vibe. That's what I like. That's why I like it so much. And of course we were hesitating a bit in terms of like, we will be foreigners, will be immigrants, will be okay, will we face any discrimination?
Yeah.
Will we be okay finding jobs, or how people will approach us, etc. But
Yeah.
then realize it's a really especially London is a very, what's the word,
it's really multicultural. It's a
yeah,
melting pot. Like people, there's so many different types of groups that are
exactly.
well established in London, and
Yeah.
we're definitely getting that way in Manchester as well. Like Manchester, I moved up to Manchester, I think 2004, and between 2004 and now, it has changed so much. It's amazing. Like I love Manchester. I like being on the outskirts that I am, because I'm similar to you in that way, that the busy, big, sort of like big area vibe is I just get tired by it. I think I don't think I have the stamina for it per se, but I love to go visit. I love a good day out. I love going there for a weekend. So I'm glad that the experience has been positive enough for you to not say like, yeah, as soon as the borders open, we're donezo with you guys, because you're establishing all these things over here. But I'm
Yeah.
curious about the prospects of sort of like remote working and whatnot, and how you feel that could affect where you decide to place yourself. Do you think your businesses are such that because you started them here in the UK now, you kind of need to establish them here? Or do you feel like you could maybe up and move, or is there flexibility in that?
I think definitely there is a flexibility. Although, since I'm doing events are not like something you can do your own time. So it's not like a really digital business that you can do. Like yeah, I can work in the nights, but still I need to show up in the morning when there is an event going on, because it's live basically.
Yeah.
But still, it is definitely remotely workable or remotely doable. I during September, I guess, yeah, I traveled to Turkey, like go visit my family, and I was working from there, organizing our online events, and there wasn't a problem. In terms of movement, I think since we're just new here, we still have some time to go. Even with Manchester, I mean, we moved here in the middle of the lockdown, so we saw all over the city center, but we haven't saw the city center with people in it yet. So like,
it's very different.
yeah, I'm really looking forward to the summer and seeing all the places, all the pubs and cafes and shops, like lively and vibely.
I
And then
I miss going to the museums. I didn't realize how much I was
yeah,
gonna miss them. Like I miss being able to go out and go, what should we do today? And having something to go do somewhere. And now you just gotta get really good at enjoying nature and seeing nature
yeah.
from different angles.
Yeah, I mean, we're going for a walk, for a park, like this is what we do. So I don't think I will go for a park for a long time. It's not that I don't like parks, but I mean, I'm enough with parks now. So
I was like, I've seen enough of these parks. I don't want to. If anyone invites me to a barbecue in a park, I'm not coming. I'm not doing it.
I mean, with a barbecue, I mean, now
if
you
there
changed
is
my
yummy
mind.
food there, like,
Yeah,
consider it.
so it's a
But
different
yeah,
angle. Now we're talking about food.
I absolutely
um,
love it.
yeah.
So oh god, I could talk to you all day. I'm actually thinking about as well, so I don't forget to ask this. What would like serious success look like for you? Because I know you're on the program to network, to meet people, and be able to think through these ideas you're having. But in 6 weeks, because we're like definitively halfway through now, what is it?
Yeah.
I know, like that time's just whizzed by to me. And what is it that you would be really happy with? Like at the end of the 6 weeks, you've got this for your business. Like, what
Hmm.
would you be pleased with having?
Um, yeah, that was I was thinking when I was applying to the program too. I think my idea was that in the first phase, my goal is just to start that newsletter, because
Okay.
the blocks that is for me with the newsletter or the content creation is not that I don't have time or I can't find ideas. It's it's usually about myself. It's being
Okay.
confident and ditching the imposter syndrome of, oh, who am I to talk to people and give them some
Yeah.
tips. kind of a self-confidence issue. So I think with the program, I'm learning that the most. It's not about the business plan or like the marketing plans or the finances. It's more about the building up the confidence of it. I'm actually knowing stuff, and it's okay for me to give tips, because like you can still give tips and improve yourself. I'm just coming to that mindset. So I think the first goal for me is just to be able to start it and see that people are interested in signing up. I think that's my first goal. In terms of like a bigger picture success, I think I'm not about growth so much. I'm about more of like a sustainability and having enough and being happy with what I do, and then maybe help. Like I think for me the growth is that helping more people, but it's not that I want to have like a 10 employees and a team of hundreds.
That doesn't appeal to you, the idea of having employees to manage? You're like, I don't want it.
No, I mean, it might change. My mindset might change, of course. But right now, I feel like I would probably always be the one person brand.
Yeah. Okay.
And of course, I'll get help. Hopefully, if I grow my business, I will be able to outsource some of the things, etc.
Yeah, nice. You will grow your business. You will need to outsource because you have so many people who want your help. You gotta do it.
But yeah, I think my idea is to be able to also flexibility is really important for me too. When you ask about the remote working, I think my dream would be like slow traveling and working from different places. Maybe all over the world, or all over the UK, or all over Turkey.
All over the world. Go for it. Like why even? It's an ambition. The ambition's always bigger than we feel like we can reach. That's why it's ambitious. But I definitely get that. And I do think that there is a generational shift in that people just don't feel that tie to a place. And I know I'm quite a nomadic spirit, and having lived where I'm living right now since 2016, I definitely see the benefits of staying put in one place, because you generally get to sow roots, you get to expand your network and build deeper relationships, and it's so valuable. But I miss being the new person in places. I miss being curious about places and finding out new things. And you can do that to a certain extent wherever you find yourself. But I definitely miss like just getting to know somewhere and whatnot. And I don't know if that's just because I'm fickle and I have commitment issues. Maybe.
Well, I think about that sometimes. No, I think we're very similar in terms of that. I mean, I feel like there will be some time that this feeling will decrease, and I will want to more of a routine person, or like a settling down person. But right now, I feel like I can just move to anywhere. I mean, I changed countries with we moved with just with the luggage, and then we started from over, and then we moved with we changed cities. We moved to Manchester without even visiting it once.
No way.
The first day that I see Manchester was the day that I like get the keys from the agent and then opening the door of my flat.
I think that's amazing. That is absolutely like, wow. You're bananas, man. How did you even, the way I need to go there, I need to already envision how I'm going to place things. I need to know the neighborhood. I appreciate how much you trusted Manchester to take care of you. That's really nice.
I mean, I've spent some hours on Google Maps and like hovering around. Around the streets.
You know what? I didn't realize that was a thing that people really did. Because a couple years ago, when I discovered how good Google Maps was, because it's been around for a couple years, but we were able to go through the neighborhood that I grew up in Nigeria. Because I used to think, oh, Google won't bother going to Africa. They won't look at the streets. And they have, and they've gone through, and it's absolutely amazing. And they're like YouTube videos of people visiting places. And it's just them screen recording them going on Google Maps. And they're like, ooh, oh, this is a nice cafe.
Yeah, I saw
So
that too, especially in the pandemic. I think they're doing like travel shows from Google Maps. It's funny though.
honestly, like the older generation must just look at us and just think like these people are they're not coping well with life.
Yeah.
Like I'm missing my cafe. I'm gonna see how many Starbucks are around this area.
Yeah.
But oh
Oh,
god,
that's right.
this has been so lovely, Ece. Thank you so
Yeah.
so much for your time today. And
Thank you,
yeah, I'm gonna
Aisha,
catch up
too.
with you again anyway. You
Yeah,
take care now.
you do.